Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute since we've uploaded any content, but that's because we've been working on the A90 Supra. Recently we installed some brand new ADVAN GT Premium wheels. If you guys want to take a look, they are in racing white, wrapped in the stock tires. We went with a 19-inch wheel instead of 20 just because we felt like it kind of suits this car a little bit better instead of going a lot bigger. In case any of you guys are wondering about the specs, these are 19 by 9.5 in the front, 19 by 10.5 in the rear, with an offset of 22 in the front and 32 in the rear. All right, so what we're actually doing today is the A90 Supra's first oil change. We have right under 2,000 miles on it, so it's a good time for us to do that break-in oil change, just to, you know, kind of check and see if there's any deposits in the oil and whatnot. And we're actually upgrading from the stock OW20 to Motul 5W30, kind of upping the viscosity because we have an upcoming track day and we want something with a little bit more, you know, thickness to it to withstand the heat and whatnot. So we're actually going with Motul 8100, and I'm going to walk you guys through the steps on how to do this oil change on the A90. One pump, one pump, one pump. Dang, that wheel gap.
It looks uneven.
Oh yeah, you go. And then I go, and then you go, and then I go, and then we both go.
Yay.
Alright, that should be plenty. Alright. I'm gonna open the oil cap just so that we can drain the oil quicker.
Isn't it a double pull for it to like...
Yeah. Luckily, there's no skid plates or anything I have to take off. I probably should have done this before we jacked it up. Oh fuck, it's hot in here. Let me set this down. Oh dude, this is so hot. Ah! And then I honestly don't know how these come off, but I heard it's just a yank, so I'm just gonna yeet it. Oh, there you go.
It's like melted on there. Wait a minute.
Yeah, so just give it a yank, guys. Yeet. There. Dude, it's so hot. It's like, ah. I'm just gonna lightly screw this back in so that we don't get any crap in it. It's burning hot. Dude, that oil is probably gonna be insanely hot. All right, you guys are just tuning in. We just finished this B58 swap on this FRS.
Damn.
It only took us like, you know, 2 minutes.
Damn.
Thanks, Vincent. I can feel what true speed feels like now.
All right, guys, so there's this black cover for the drain bolt, lefty loosey, righty tighty. It even says you stick your 2 fingers up in there and give it a little twist. It'll drop down. And then I believe it's a 17 mil socket that's gonna take this drain bolt out. So let me grab that real quick. Let me grab that real quick. Thank you. Ew.
Oh yes, please.
And this might be too long. It'll work. There we go.
Longer the better.
Whoa, why is this so loose?
That's not good.
It was barely on there. Here we go. Oh god, please don't kill me.
Get all of them.
For sure you're gonna drop that drain bolt in the hot.
Don't say that, Brandon. I know, that's what OW20 is freaking water, dude. Dude, this drain's hella quick. Oh god. Okay, it's just splattering. What's the capacity of this pan?
I don't know.
Oh shit.
Get something else. Get a bucket. Get a bucket.
No. Oh wait, it says 7 quarts. We're good.
Bro, that's like barely enough.
Here.
Okay, so we have our OEM oil filter kit. It comes with this gasket for the cap that's up top, which we'll change later. And then you guys also want to make sure that you replace this flat washer every time you do your oil change. So this is the one that's on the drain bolt right now, and I'm going to swap it out to this copper brass looking one. Take it off and put the new one in. Pretty straightforward. Yeah, you never know if these things get warped or, you know, for whatever reason. So always change it out when you do your oil change. All right guys, so make sure you torque everything to spec. You definitely don't want to over torque or under torque. It seems like this drain bolt's made out of like a thinner or lighter metal. So you definitely don't want to strip threads or anything like that. So make sure you torque it to spec. And on the Supra, it's actually 25 Newton meters, which is the equivalent of like 18 foot-pounds. So that's really not that much at all. When I took it off earlier, it felt like it was barely on there. So yeah, make sure you guys don't go overboard with it. All right, so next we're gonna swap out the oil filter. So to do that on this car, you're gonna need a 32 millimeter socket, which is ginormous, and you'll probably need an extension, but you're gonna go right in here, get your socket on, and then I'm gonna break it loose. And it's pretty much just a cap, so we're just gonna thread it. So probably loose now. Take this out. You might have a hose in your way, so kind of just push it out of the way. And then I want to pull straight up, and then make sure you got like a napkin to try and catch it. But yeah, so it's just a cap, and I already got it all over the plastic. Yeah, it's just a cap, and then your filter inserts into it, so we're gonna swap that out. Let's take a walk over there. Okay, so this is our brand new oil filter, OEM, from BMW / Toyota, as stamped here for the B58 engine. It also comes with this new O-ring, which we're gonna swap on the oil filter housing cap, which is right here. So let's go ahead and yank off the old one. Just comes off like that, and then I'm gonna rip off this O-ring if I can get it off with my nails. All right. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna grab our new one. They come sort of pre-lube, but I'm just gonna try and work in some of this, you know, a bit of old oil, whatever. You just need a little bit of something, just so that you're not going in dry, fellas. And we're gonna slip this new one on right back into that groove. Make sure it's seated properly. There's only really one groove big enough for it, so can't really mess it up. And then we're gonna grab our new filter. And there's also a ring on here, which you're gonna wanna kind of lube up. And there's one on the inside, so I'm just gonna get my fingers in there. All right, and then we're gonna reinsert this in, and this is the bottom, the side with the font or whatever. I'm just gonna stick it in there, give it a good click, a little turn, and then kind of tug it to make sure that it's in, but that should be it. Yeah, and then you're ready to throw it back in the car. Move that hose out of the way. Stick it in, thread it back on. And then you're going to want to torque this one too to the same spec that the drain plug was, which which is 25 newton meters or 18 foot-pounds. So I just snugged it up with my ratchet, and then I'm going to go in with my torque wrench. That's all you need, guys. It's really nothing. Hear that click? Alright. That's it. And then I'm going to wipe off any excess oil in the area before we fill it up with oil. So here we have Motol's 8100 Eco Energy, or whatever you guys want to call it. This is the 5W30 weight. And the A90 Supra calls for 6.5 liters. Or if you guys are used to using quarts, I believe that's about 7-ish quarts, but I'm gonna go with the liters measurement because we have it on the side. So I'm gonna empty this whole bottle, which is 5 liters, and then we have another one that we're gonna use a partial amount of.
Chug, 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 chug.
I can already tell it's like way thicker than the OW20. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to reset the oil maintenance, like reminder reset. So we're going to throw the car into diagnostic mode, and to do that we're going to hit the start and stop button 3 times. And then we're going to, it'll tell you diagnostic mode active, and then we're going to press and hold this odometer reset button. Okay, it'll tell you engine oil, blah, 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 reset possible. So you're gonna hit it and hold it one more time. It'll ask you reset, and we're gonna press and hold it one more time. It'll tell you reset in progress, and it's cycling. Reset successful, and that's all that you guys really need. So what we're actually gonna do is let the car run for about half an hour, so that we can check the engine oil level. Since this car does not have an oil dipstick in the engine compartment, the only way to do it is to let the car warm up and then let the computer measure it, and it'll show you whether you're within the correct parameters. So we're just gonna let it run for about half an hour.